Folks, it's spooky season, and lucky for us, Guillermo del Toro just made a new Frankenstein movie, and it is a masterpiece. It's easily the best adaptation of Mary Shelley's Frankenstein ever made. There are quite a few changes from the book, certain character deaths, character relationships. The monster is made out to be quite a bit more sympathetic right up front, but I never really mind changes from the source material so long as those changes serve to uphold the original themes of the source material, and this movie does that brilliantly. Honestly, it surprised me that it took this long for Del Toro to actually make a Frankenstein movie, because Frankenstein is the OG, the monster is the monster, man is the monster. And that's like the shtick of every Del Toro movie. Oscar Isaac gives such an interesting performance as Victor Frankenstein, both really grounded and really hammy. He has this neurotic rage and need for control that motivates everything in his life, yet he also seems like he's totally on the verge of losing control at any second. It probably wouldn't work in a lot of other movies, but we're talking about Victor Frankenstein here, the original mad German scientist, so having that really over-the-top character works really well. Mia Goth plays Elizabeth, and she's both sort of the heart of the movie, but also kind of just a plot device that moves the movie along, not really a super deep character. It was good to see David Bradley back at it. He plays the blind old man who Frankenstein befriends, and Charles Dance is back at it again doing his thing, playing a rich, abusive father. There's also a new character that was created for the movie, Heinrich Harlander, played by the great Christoph Waltz, but it's really Jacob Elordi as the monster who absolutely steals the show. What an unbelievable performance. He used so much great physical acting that I really didn't expect from him. This is kind of a role that we haven't seen him in before, so I didn't really know what to expect, but he completely blew me out of the water. He has this very off-putting but charming physicality as he learns from scratch how to move throughout this awful world he's been born into. And they covered his body in patches to make him look all sewn together, but he's easily the hottest Frankenstein's monster we've ever got. Some of the dialogue in this movie is a bit much, and that's one of my main complaints when I'm reviewing movies, when characters talk in a completely unrealistic way, but I'm totally okay with it here because it's all direct quotes from the novel. The music is also incredible. It does this thing where some of the songs end where it sounds like the last few notes play backwards, and it creates this really eerie atmosphere. And you definitely can't talk about a Guillermo del Toro movie without talking about the visual design. The costumes, spectacular. The set design is absolutely breathtaking and so creative. Even all the gore and body parts is both gross but also kind of beautiful and captivating in a way that only Del Toro does, kind of like the Pale Man in Pan's Labyrinth. This film absolutely demands your full attention. And that, unfortunately, brings me to this movie's biggest weakness, the fact that it is basically exclusively on Netflix. It is playing in some limited releases around the country, but generally most people are only going to get the chance to see it on Netflix. I was lucky enough to see it at the Egyptian Theater on Hollywood Boulevard in 35mm film, a theater that happens to be owned by Netflix. If you live in LA, you really have no excuse. Go to the Egyptian or Chinese theater and see it as soon as you can. And if there's a screening near where you live, definitely go see it on a big screen. All in all, it's basically a perfect movie, a 10 out of 10, and I cannot wait to watch it again.